I have a feeling that every place carries its own secret. Every stone, every inscription, every monument has something left to say.
They say the Titanic sank because of an iceberg. But some things are not destroyed by ice. They are summoned by blood. This coffin that was supposedly linked to the Titanic. Why does every trail lead back to Egypt? A priestess's curse don't care about oceans or depths. It just demands to be heard. You can't sleep either.
The Nile, it's hard to sleep when it's staring right at you.
I feel like this place carries something unexplained.
These places, they aren't just history. They're lives that once were.
When are you going to tell me about the priestess?
I wish you could forget that story. But, fine. She was a priestess who lived and died in 1600 BC. Her power and curse was more dangerous than Tutankhamun's. She didn't practice magic. She embodied a force that defied the laws of the ancient world. They didn't fear her death, they feared the shadow she left behind. Archaeologist Douglas Murray transported her from Egypt to London. Murray didn't just dig up a coffin. He unearthed an ancient grudge. He thought he could outrun the curse by simply crossing the sea. But history has a way of finding those who dare to disturb its rest. He lost his arm in a hunting accident. And the Egyptian workers who moved the coffin died instantly.
The guards, did they die too?
When the train arrived, there were 3 corpses waiting: the priestess and the 2 guards.
And what does that have to do with the Titanic?
Ready?
For what?
Close your eyes.
How? Tell me that's not true?
Come on. "30 years after the Titanic sank, archaeologists revealed that the British Museum decided to get rid of the coffin by shipping it on the Titanic as a gift to the Great Museum of New York.
Wow.
Captain Edward John Smith was so terrified of the coffin, he placed it directly behind the command bridge. The mummy carried a curse. "Rise from your slumber, Osiris, for a glance from your eye shall destroy those who violated your sacred sanctuary." No one knows why the captain went mad the day before it sank. He kept screaming.
The ghosts. The spirits! I am the master of this floating island. I do what I want!
Look at this. Despite being a mountain of iron, a single iceberg was enough to tear her apart like paper. Sometimes a curse doesn't need much, just one moment.
Do you hear that? Is that... What is happening out there?
Yes, fireworks. A desperate final gasp, a frantic plea for help in the middle of this dead ocean. 20 minutes. That's all it took after the collision. Captain Smith sent his last distress signal and ordered the officers to ready the lifeboats, knowing full well they wouldn't be enough to save even half the souls on board.
And so she sank, despite all warnings that were ignored by the captain and his crew.
Omar, how? It wasn't just a story. The cold, the desperation, it all felt so real. That isn't just a vision.
You need to rest. We have a long, demanding day ahead of us tomorrow.
All right. Good night, magician.
Good night, Devana. Sleep well.
So, are you finally going to tell me her story?
Her story? Oh, you mean Ankeshenamun? A sharp question. Have you ever asked yourself why Ankeshenamun, the wife of Tutankhamun, met such an end?
You mean her tragic death?
When her mummy was discovered, her hand had been severed. Amputated with a geometric precision that should have been impossible for that era.
Severed, but why?
I'll tell you everything. But be careful once you know the truth. There's no turning back.